Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your continued support. I have just realized this morning that we are at 13,000 subscribers. In this channel, we analyze politics and we try to explore angles and perspectives that have not been explored by any other, that have not been exploited by any other analyst. In this channel, we do critical analysis of political events in this country and also some developments on what is happening in the political space. Now, in March, the month that just ended, it was more concentrated on coalitions and the national delegates conferences that endorsed different candidates. In April, the focus will be on nomination of political parties, and one thorny issue is the issue of the presidential candidates naming the running mates. One thing I'm sure, that by the end of April, the two frontrunners, William Ruto and Raila Odinga, shall have told Kenyans their preferred running mates. That one I can assure you. Now, in this video, I want us to explore some four factions that are emerging around Raila Odinga as far as the issue of running mate is concerned. And I'll also explain to you why Raila Odinga is insisting on Martha Karua as preferred running mate and what is informing that decision. That's what is the gist of this analysis. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're keen, yesterday, that is the 1st of April, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition was formally registered as a coalition party. And that one was after President Uhuru, Honorable Raila and Kalonzo Musyoka held a late night meeting on Thursday night, and I think I had analyzed that they were to meet, where they agreed on few modalities in that new coalition. Now, I read articles that were published by different media outlets, and one factor that is emerging that is very consistent is that Kalonzo Musyoka will play a critical role in Raila Odinga's campaign. Actually, he wants to be the lead campaigner of Raila Odinga, a position that Musalia Mudavadi was playing in 2017 when Raila was having a ticket with Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, if you read that article, if you read those articles, the tone that tells you is that there is a highly likelihood that Kalonzo Musyoka may not deputize Raila Odinga, or to make it more, in other words, that he has decided to cede ground for Raila to choose another person as a running mate. Now, that is the likelihood that is going on. So let's explore those four factions, then see why Raila Odinga is settling on Martha Karua. I mentioned that even at the advent, the time when Martha Karua was joining OCA, the initial OCA, the defunct OCA, the plan was that Martha Karua was to be groomed to be Raila Odinga's running mate. And Raila really wanted Martha Karua. This was leaked by Boniface Mwangi. If you follow this channel, I analyzed that here. So there is a faction around Raila Odinga that led by both Raila himself, the Ukambani governor, Charity Ngilu, and Raila Odinga secretariat, presidential secretariat, that is Makao Mkua, and the CSK Macharia team that wants Raila to consider Martha Karua. And I want to say this because if you are keen, by the way, Martha Karua also signed in the coalition agreement. The Secretary General of NARC Kenya was present and also signed to join Azimio la Umoja. The people that brought Martha Karua to Azimio la Umoja were the Raila and the presidential team. And if you're keen, Raila held a closed-door meeting with Martha Karua before she came in. Now, there is the other faction. These are the hardliners around Kalonzo Musyoka, Now, that was the Enoch Wambua team and the Mtula Kilonzo Jr. that were insisting on Kalonzo Musyoka as the running mate to Raila Odinga. And that is why Kalonzo was insisting on the Azimio One Kenya, but then it became Azimio la Umoja One Kenya. And I think that name is a bit long. It's very repetitive. It's repetition because Azimio la Umoja and One Kenya, it's simply one and the same thing. Just one in Kiswahili and one is in English. That is the other faction. Then the State House team or the Jubilee team believes that the best way to ensure their interest in Raila Odinga's presidency is to make sure that the running mate comes from their side. And then the two candidates there are Peter Kenneth and Peter Munya. And even though if you see what the polls have been showing that Peter Kenneth is a front runner in that race. Now, all these are factions that are on table. But at the end of the day, the most important thing for the Azimio la Umoja team is to make sure that they get a formidable running mate that can deliver votes, that can provide also variety, and can be a principal assistant to Raila Odinga. Now, these are all on table. And in this video, I want us to look at 5 compelling reasons why Raila Odinga is insisting on Martha Karua. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly I want to request you subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell. That is just the bell above the subscription button. And also more importantly, give us your feedback in the comment section between Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Peter Kenneth, and Peter Munya, the 2 P's, PK and PM. Who amongst them, in your own understanding, in your own opinion, and I like opening my analysis to different criticism and different aspects, that is the best for Raila Odinga. And I wish you give us with your reasons. It will be so interesting because I'm going to do also this video on the other side of Kenya Kwanza. So ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this critically. Number 1 reason why Raila goes for Martha Karua is because of this. Martha Karua is having a first female running mate or first female deputy president in the history of the country, or let me say gender card. Martha Karua, one person, also has a central Kenya running mate. I want us to get it very good. And Martha Karua is also a comrade to Raila Odinga. So the chemistry between Raila and Martha Karua works very well. Now, the reason why, let's just try to explore the gender card and the Mount Kenya aspect. These are all important. And I was analyzing with some friends, so we're just doing some peer analysis, and we asked ourselves, do you know that the women of this country are more than even the men? So if for the first time they can find a deputy president, that is, they can get one of their own to be a deputy president and not a running mate. That's what people should make. A running mate is during elections. After elections, if you win, that person is not a running mate. That person is a deputy president. So if the women of this country can be told that Raila Odinga is going to give them the first deputy president, that is a selling point. That is a very strong gender card that will cut across all other demographics. It will cut across the tribe. It will cut across the political party affiliation. It will cut across the classes. It doesn't matter the poor or the young. The women will be told, let's support one of our own. And that will be something, there is a card that can be solved. Number 2, Raila Odinga needs a central Kenya running mate. Now, the question has been between Martha Karua, Peter Kenneth, and Peter Munya, who can deliver the votes? My point is this. I think the person that will deliver the central Kenya votes to Raila Odinga are 2 people. That is President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga himself. Raila Odinga have already done his central Kenya trials. He has really tried his best. They say climbing the mountain. I don't think it's even climbing the mountain. It's running through the mountain. So, if there is someone that is going to attract that, but then you also need a running mate so that you ensure that publicity that, look here, you will going to add more into this. And perhaps in this analysis, this also let me make it why Raila Odinga needs the Central Kenya running mate. He needs the Central Kenya running mate because the Ukambani vote, with the presence of Kalonzo saying Raila Tosha and the three governors, he stands a chance of getting them. Now, if you go and the only place where he's struggling to get the votes is Central Kenya. So if you get a running mate, it is going to add into what is already there. That is why he needs it. People have always, I feel like going to Kalonzo Musyoka is the same. Raila Odinga is not going to add anything into the 2017 and 2013 basket. But if you are to add something into that 6 million vote of 2017, then you have to go to Central Kenya. Number 2, Martha Karua is seen as a neutral candidate amongst all those contestants. There is a likelihood that if Raila goes for Peter Munya, acrimony might come out between Peter Munya and even Peter Kenneth. But when you go for Martha Karua and you sell the gender card, it goes above all. That's what I mentioned, that it outsmarts all other variants that you put when looking for the running mate. So it's neutral. And of course, all these gentlemen, Kalonzo, PK, and PM, they might not gang up against Martha Karua because first, that is her first time, and she is a woman, and they are going to coalesce around her candidature. That is most likelihood. And again, it's very possible for the Mudavadi team, for the Gideon Moi team to support Martha Karua. The other third thing that I also believe that Martha Karua brings is bold, courageous, and firm. Why am I saying? For Raila Odinga's presidency to deliver, and I mentioned that deputy president is a principal assistant, to deliver, you need someone who you can make unpopular decisions and you run with them. Let me give you an example. In the Grand Coalition government, when Raila made the bold decision, two, one, the Mao issue, and the other one was to fire Deputy President William Ruto as, I think, Agriculture CS, cabinet minister. Now, you know, Kibaki returned Deputy President William Ruto. By then, he was not Deputy President. Returned William Ruto into the cabinet after he was fired by Raila Odinga. And even when they were making the bold Mau, even people around Raila Odinga, I can remember I once read that Otieno Kajwang, someone called Raila and told Raila, wachana na hii kitu. But Raila went through. And for him to make bold decisions, because for this country to see the change that they're talking about, you need bold decisions. You need a decision that will cut across. It will not depend on who voted for you or who did not vote for you. The only person that can stand with Raila in such a move is none other than Martha Karua. The competence is there. Something that is also, I think, is being considered is you need a candidate that is not really focused on your succession. What caused the friction between William Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta was the politics of succession. Now, if you look at Kalonzo Musyoka, I have to repeat here, he mentioned that immediately there is elected after August 9th, he will start campaigning to do what William Ruto did after 2017. What that tells you is they are so much interested into succession. That is number one. So they will not be comfortable when the government is unpopular, because in that case, their successions are done. Then Martha Karua is very accommodating. If you work with her well, she has the luxury of still staying as a deputy president even for another term. Even if Raila wants, can still. Or even if Raila still passes the baton to another person, there is more likelihood that she can still remain a deputy to another person. So the reason why she cuts across all these other fellas is she's not that thirsty for the succession. Because one thing that is likely to destabilize things for any other president, and this has been seen in this country, is the issue of succession. Lastly, I just want to finish by saying, I'm looking for something here, yeah. I just want to finish by saying that you also need to work with political parties. If you look at Martha Karua's mantra on party politics, he's been saying that elect the president hapa chini, but these other aspects, get strong legislator, get strong MCA, elect a good governor. With that, she stands to bring unity as an Azimio la Umoja running mate. Kalonzo Musyoka is so much into that party zoning thing. He actually wants Ukambani to be a wiper zone. You understand? That will be against the spirit of Azimio la Umoja. Ladies and gentlemen, tell us your thoughts. I also believe that I can be wrong. So you can also challenge me and tell me, Kevin, this could be this way. But then on tomorrow, I will do such a video on the other side of UDA.